Hello and welcome back to another video in the world of Monster Hunter. Today is the final Elemental Light Bowgun build, King of the Seas. There's a lot of king going on here, maybe because Kjárr translates as well. Anyway, this is the Kjárr Blitz Decay, and it is a water rapid fire light bowgun. And the way I worded that makes it sound a bit backwards. It's a rapid fire water light bowgun, and it is actually pretty darn strong. The only issue being is that we're having to utilize 2 tenderizers to get that 100% affinity, which also allows us to get higher critical element along with crit boost, etc, so that we get higher health return, because shock horror, I am running a health augment. So the end result is actually a pretty sustainable weapon. The only issue here is not a lot is that weak to water. I mean, it's entirely possible to solo Behemoth with this thing. I've done it twice now, kind of want to get a recording of it, but whenever I record it I end up failing it due to a stupid mistake, so I end up with like 3 hours of just pure rage. And when I do it, I'm not recording. But I will endeavour to show this. I'm not the best Lyco bowgun player. Much prefer heavy bowgun, but I'm slowly getting into them with this 80 KT Kjárr drops. So we're getting there, I'm still mogging it a bit and setting myself on a random collection of flying lessons here, there and everywhere. But anyway, without further ado, let's have a look at the skills and equipment. Now again, as always, running a lovely health augment, just because I like the sustain, and as I keep saying, I'm no pro, so I like the sustain. Now this is pretty much identical to a previous build that I have posted. We are just using stream rather than ice, because the previous build was for Kjárr Blitz ice. So anyway, we are running Xeno'jiiva Gamma helmet with mighty and 2 experts, Kirin Gamma chest with expert and true shot, Xeno'jiiva gloves Gamma with 2 mighty and stream, Zora Magdalos Gamma waist with release and tenderizer, Xeno'jiiva Gamma boots with tenderizer and 2 more stream, and rounding it all off we have the Master's Charm 3. Now the end result of this is obviously your razor sharp spare shot, critical element, critical eye level 7, free element level 3, maximum might level 3, water attack level 3, blight resistance level 2, which is handy but not really a thing. It's just a byproduct of the armor. Power prolonging level 2, another byproduct of the armor. Special boost level 2, or potentially level 1 if you want to swap that out for something. That's like the only real place you have a bit of wiggle room. Bombardier level 2, which is a nice skill to have, but really the only reason we have that is because just a waist with critical eye and then a level 3 and a level 2 decoration slot is very handy. We have weakness exploit level 2, just so that we can minimize the use of trying to snipe those weak points and actually get some decent affinity up regardless. Without weakness exploit level 2 you do drop to 70% affinity. And then finally we have the crit boost level 1. This is a little bit of a shame we can't fit higher in, but critical element does make up for it, simply because we are using the elemental shots for this. Now I wanted to do a little bit of a mess around with Teostra, simply because, well, personally I find Teostra a little bit of a nightmare with light bowgun, particularly if you are using the elemental shots. Although there are some wonderful speed runs floating around of Arch-Tempered Teostra and Lunostra at the moment, using the Devil Joe light bowgun as well as the Kjárr Blitz Decay. However, they both run separate builds from this, and I will be doing one final light bowgun build video to highlight this. But like I said, I wanted to do a little bit of a muck around with Teostra, just to show that you still can do Teostra despite how much of a ball bag he can be. You really do need to kind of get pretty darn lucky though, and enter the fight when he hasn't got his flame aura up. And from here you can just mince him quite quickly and easily. You've got some sleep options as well, which definitely do come in handy, as well as poison, which isn't the greatest ailment at the moment, but it does enable you to get just a little bit of extra DPS in, particularly if the monster is pretty darn susceptible to poison. So overall, this light bowgun is really, really good. It does hit pretty darn hard. It looks absolutely phenomenal as well. It's got the 80 KT sort of glow and shimmer to it, with a little bit of Valhazak draped over it. It really does look pretty darn nice. And the end result, as always, is a dead monster, obviously. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I do hope it's not been too long or anything. If you do like my content, do feel free to subscribe. It is free. I try and post as regularly as possible, and I try to make builds that are a little bit less punishing for the player as well. I mean, there are some seriously good builds out there. It's just a lot of them do require you to be pretty darn good at the game. So if you're not as good at the game and you need a little bit more sustain in your build, a little bit more quality of life, that is pretty much what I try and do. So yeah, do feel free to maybe leave a like, comment. Subscribing is always nice. It really does help me out. I'm still trying to grow the channel, but in the meantime, have fun, good luck, and don't die. It's really bad for the health.